Here's a 12-inch Panasonic oscillating table fan, desk fan. Has a 5-way oscillation. Bit of nostalgia attached to this one. We used to have one of these at my mom's house when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure it's long gone though. I haven't seen it in a long time, and my mom says that she hasn't seen it either. I think she probably sold it in a garage sale at some point, like everything else. But I remember it was this fan. I think it might have been a 16-inch though. I remember it being bigger, but you know, I remember everything being bigger when you were a kid, so I don't know if it was a 12 or the 16, but I remember it specifically because of these push buttons. The way that they look, they're like piano key buttons, and the way that they're numbered is kind of different, and they have a really distinct feel and sound. Yeah, I think I had more fun just pushing the buttons on the fan than I did actually ever using the fan, which is probably still true today. It's pretty dirty, pretty dusty, but I think it should clean up pretty good. Remains to be seen. There's a couple of question marks with it. Here's the side. I think there's probably going to be some surprises waiting for me once I get in there. It's also got this sludge on it. I don't know what that is. It looks like a glue paste of some kind. And I noticed that there's no handle on the guard or on the plastic, so I wonder if I don't know. I wonder if somebody tried to glue a handle on it. But that stuff kind of seems like maybe there's some of it in there too. I wonder if somebody just spilled some stuff all over it, because it kind of looks like, I don't know if that's just dust or if it's the same. What is that? I don't know. I mean, it's really on there too. So I don't know. Sometimes just hot water will work miracles on stuff like that, but I think it could be a real nightmare trying to get that to come clean. We'll see. See what the sticker says. AC desk fan model 12 or F-1209. There's variations to the 1209 too. There's like a B and a C model, I think. Distributed by Panasonic Company, division of Matsushita Electric Corporation of America. So that's different. Distributed by Panasonic Company. Doesn't say made in Japan like my other Panasonic fans. And there's no country. I mean, it just says Panasonic Corporation of America. So who knows? I think that there was kind of a transitional period for the Matsushita Corporation. They just renamed themselves Panasonic. It's sometime around then, the 80s or not, late 80s or 90s, they transitioned to where it just became Panasonic. And then I read some stuff about that, and there was also they did a lot of their own work in the United States for the products that were going to be sold in the United States. They had plants where they actually made stuff for these and probably assembled the fans. I mean, a lot of the parts probably still came from Japan, but I know they made some KDK fans here too. But I've only seen the one model. It was a 12-inch blue. It's actually the most common one that you can find on eBay or wherever you can find them. You rarely find the KDK fans that were made in Japan. They're almost always the made in USA ones, but this one stops short of saying made in the USA. So there's probably maybe not enough of it is actually made in the USA to make that claim, but not enough of it is made in Japan to make that claim either. And I know that there are some variations with this. I've seen some of these that basically look the same, but they'll have Lasco motor housing on it, and a Lasco, guessing it probably has a Lasco motor too, if it has the motor housing, and a Lasco guard as well. The guard looks different on those models. And then after that, it was basically just a rebranded Lasco fan. It didn't even have the 5-way oscillation. It was just the 12-inch Lasco Galaxy 3-speed fan, and they didn't have these push buttons. It was just it was a Galaxy fan, but it said Panasonic on it. So eventually, at some point, they just completely went away from the designs that they had when they were still making them in Japan, and they just turned into rebranded fans that were made by other producers like Lasco Galaxy. I know I saw one that was a windmere. I saw a video of one that was a windmere fan, but it said Panasonic on it. And I think that would have been in the early 90s. But this one, aside from maybe the blade, I don't see any Lasco parts on this, not yet anyway. So I think this one would have been early. This is probably one of the earlier 1209s, which I guess it would be because it doesn't have a letter behind it yet. It's not a 1209 A, B, or C. It's just the 1209. So I guess this would have been the earliest one. And it still has the same motor housing and stuff as some of the other 12-inch fans that were still being made in Japan. So yeah, I don't know. Gets a little complicated. I think it runs pretty good though. We'll start it on low. Bearings are a little stiff. You can hear it a little bit. Maybe it's just all that sludge impacted behind the blade hub. Here is 2. really bogs down there when it comes back the other way on low. I mean, it was doing okay when it was pointing the other way. Now it doesn't like it right there for some reason. And then it'll probably speed up when it gets closer to the other side. Yeah, it's speeding up a little bit right there. Turn it up to 2. Definitely needs some maintenance. So here's the 5-way oscillation. See how that works. I think that there's some play in that. There's something in there that might be loose or broken. And I'm not going to figure it out until I take the fan apart and get in there. Yeah, it bogs down when it comes back the other way. Let's see what happens if I just run it on this side. It really doesn't like that. Not a very good spin down either. Panasonic fans are kind of famous for having ridiculously long spin downs. This one was awful short. This doesn't have an adjustment knob for the neck. It has something similar to the Lasco ones, but it doesn't. I don't think it looks identical. It's a little different, but it clicks. And then I imagine that you can tighten it. Not sure exactly when these were made. I would guess 84, 85, somewhere in there. But yeah, I've been on the lookout for one of these for quite some time now, and like I said, I just never see them. Never see them out in the wild anywhere. And found this one for $25 or $27. It's way better than eBay prices. So I think it was worth it. I think it'll clean up pretty good. Hopefully I can get some of the issues worked out of it, and then we'll do another review on it and see how well it cleaned up. Yeah, that's the 12-inch Panasonic F-1209 oscillating desk fan. Thank you for watching.